Hey there guys, Prince the Haru-kun here, and welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea Hour of Darkness. In the last episode, we started episode 3 and learned a little bit more about the history of this game's music. In between episodes, however, I have some things I need to show you. I need to remember where they are because I have not played this in a while, and that makes me feel really sad. Where is it? Does someone have it equipped? Please tell me I equipped it to someone. I'm gonna be really sad. And I know I feel like... I'm not... Okay, so I didn't equip it to anyone, apparently. There it is! I kinda sorta got my statistician to level 300 already, so my statistician is now maxed out. So you cannot get a statistician, manager, or broker higher than level 300. Well, you can, but it won't do any good, and there's no reason to. And the Harl also has slippers on because that's what I had him doing last, was going through the item world, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Because I'm dumb. I forgot to do that off screen. Actually, I'll leave him with one pair of slippers. The extra move will do him good. I haven't used leveled up Flan yet, just because I have so many characters and I'm trying not to use too many storyline characters if I can. And also I got the Moon Orb. So I'm going to try to use more of the stock characters than the storyline characters if I can help it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to keep using Etna for too much longer, and I might just opt to replace her with someone else. So, okay. I know I've said in various videos that I'm gonna say what the requirements for these are, and I think what I'm going to do is in this video, I'm going to go ahead and put the Item World Hospital prizes in the description and their requirements. So that way, you guys have a constant reference rather than having to just skip to a part of the video and watching it. And I'll also give a link to the site that I'm using for this, and that should hopefully give you guys something to look at if you ever need to use that as a reference, and it's a really useful reference for early on, and especially in your first playthrough of the game when these prizes are actually really useful. Now before we go on to 3-2, I want to point out that my audio might sound strange, and that's because I'm using an external microphone for the first time, and it's actually, I'm borrowing it from a friend's because, long story short, I don't really have a headset right now. So if I sound kind of weird and a little bit more distant, hopefully that won't be the case, but if that's the case, then that's why. Alright, so with that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and do 3-2, and I think we're pretty good on with everyone. I need to update our sword. Did I get the upgrade to the weapon shop thing? It's like kind of freaking out here. Alright, yeah, I did. I just keep forgetting that Laharl has that bastard sword, because I kinda sorta got that off screen. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mentioned that in 3-1. Keep forgetting. This is why you don't take breaks. Alright, so we're gonna go to Dinero Palace, and we're gonna go to the Golden Courtyard. Let's do it. Here's some plot with no voice acting, sadly. That's interesting. Oh, really? That's not cool. That's even less cool. Okay. That, however, is cool. Wow, I don't want to be a Prinny. Or maybe I do, I don't know. Maybe being a Prinny would be kind of fun, except for the part where being thrown would make you explode. And what's on your mind, Flan? I imagine so. Sounds like a nice life compared to what they do here. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. How does Flan not know that? She should. That's interesting. Oh. That's scary. So Prinnies in Celestia that are murderers or thieves are doing your laundry, your cooking, and your cleaning? I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, well, I wonder if they retain their past memories or not. Oh, well that answers that one. Oh, so basically they're like fast food employees. I got it. Huh, so reincarnation even plays its way into this storyline. I always like that about this game, is that they tried to apply some of the game mechanics into the actual game itself, and I think that gave it a lot of... yeah. It gave it a lot more depth to it than other games would. And yeah, money makes the netherworld go round. Flan does not get it. Alright. Thanks, Flan. Love, friendship, and... oh, it's useful, I'd say. Well, funny you should mention that, actually, Etna. Yeah. Alright, guys. So, that sounds like I'm at the end of the episode. Welcome to 3-2. Here we've got more of the fist users in this area, as well as a no entry and no lifting panel here that just kind of is there for no reason. Got more enemies over here. More interestingly than these second tier fighters is over here. We have Irma. Irma is a manticore, and this is the first time in the plot that you will be able to encounter a manticore. Manticores have insanely high base attack. They are crazy strong in that regard. As such, if this is your first time playing through this Manticore is going to give you a run for your money. And as if that Manticore weren't enough, here's John with his pink hair. John is a priest, but he also has attack spells as well as his healing spells, and he has a muscle hustle equipped, so he has a ton of HP. He doesn't have very much defense, but that HP is going to more than make up for it. So, what you want to do on this map is take out these 4 guys first, because since this is a no entry / no lifting panel, these guys won't actually move towards you because they can't get to you, because they're not aggressive. A lot of enemies in this game are not aggressive unless they can actually get to you within either a skill or an attack, unless it's the item world, in which case they're always aggressive. So for storyline purposes, just assume that not every single map has aggressive enemies. Of course, there's also the maps where enemies will become aggressive after a certain number of turns and what have you, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Here I come!
So we're gonna go ahead and take out these guys. As... oh, Slim Kirby levels up, and a 3-person attack. Awesome. Which is not as impressive as I was hoping it would be. That's kinda sad.
Eat this! Punk! Yeah!
I didn't need to skull splitter him, but whatever. I just felt like it. And Mega Wind is going to wreck his face. Alright, let me check something real fast. Okay, good, I do have one. Oops. Alright, so we're gonna take out Odin. And I think we're gonna go ahead and end our turn, because I think in this video, I'm gonna show off something really cool.
I can do it!
Yeah, and he'll cast Shield to increase the defense of all the local characters for fun. Alright, so we're gonna take out Mr. Ketchup here, who is Heinz. And then after that, I'm gonna show off something that's pretty cool. If I can select the right spell anyway. Okay, so here we have a strip of no entry and no lifting. Now, this literally does exactly what it says. You can't go past it. These are the no entry symbols are the most common symbol types in the Disgaea series. They will always be the most common. Now, there's two things I'm gonna note about these. One, while you can't move past them, you can attack past them, as you saw me and the enemy do. The second thing is that in this game, there is a really cool glitch with the no entry symbol. So, as you see here, the no entry blue symbols here are only within a single panel of width. I think that's the right word. I guess they can't be height. Anyway, so as you can see here, they're along one row. Now, as long as no entry symbols, as long as the no entry panels are within one row like that, you can actually expose a glitch with this. Now, hopefully, I'm going to take out Weaver, and we're going to throw Weaver, because I want Weaver to move over there. Now, for this map, this is not practical, but I am doing this to show it off. If you lift Weaver, you might think, okay, I can just throw past this, even though there's a no entry panel. But the game won't let you. Except, here's the glitch. If you move back and forth like this really fast, oops, you can throw right past it. And there you go. I did not mean to slap my leg. That is going to show up in the recording, I gotta remember that. So there you go. I have now walked past this no entry symbol without destroying the no entry geo symbol. This only applies, as far as I know, to one row length of panel. So this is a really really dirty trick that you can use to get past areas you would normally be able to. Now, for this map, the reason I say it's useless is because you have to waste 2 characters' turns to even get past this, and so you might as well just use 1 character to destroy the panel and be done with it. But in later stages, this can... Odin? Really? Really, Odin? Damn it. Okay, fine. I'll get out Gob. Let's get out Gob to take out this symbol, but whatever. There. So yeah, now it's got no lifting on it, so now we can walk past it, yay! But yeah, it's not very useful in this map, but in the later maps, especially in the final chapter, and when we get to that, I'm gonna be abusing this glitch. You will see why that can be really handy. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And now, everyone's gonna walk towards us, and we're gonna get Stinger Stricked. I should have said stricken, but I didn't. But, whatever. Oh god, Weaver, no! Everyone attacked you! Ow, that hurt. And then they attacked Odin, randomly. Okay. Alright, so, Weaver almost died. Because she still has a fancy lid. Why does she still have a fancy lid? What am I doing? She should have way better than a fancy lid by this point. Hey, let's not update armor, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's unfair. Let's get a mega heal off. Yeah, 354. Fu kinda has 167 resistance and 186 intelligence. And Gob's doing pretty well too, even without gear. And 16 defense. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and try to take you out. Oh wait, let's do it in this order. So I'm gonna show something off actually. So, as you can see here, this Manticore has 35 defense. If Etna were to use, let's just do Colossal Fissure and not kill Irma, that would be nice. So,
Drop dead.
I can show that she's not going to. Good. So remember how he had 35 defense? Well, now he has 30. And that's because of the defense reduction bonuses you can get with this axe skill. Those are really handy. Do those. And of course, as I mentioned in the previous... wow, I have not done this in a while. As I mentioned in the previous video, the higher level of the skill that will determine how much defense will be reduced. That's a really good thing to use, especially on higher defensed enemies. Alright, so there's another concept I want to show off in this same exact map, because why the heck not? It's fun. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Give Carl a little bit of extra moving. We're gonna move next to this guy. So because he has a muscle hustle, it's giving him an increase in his HP. We don't want that. So what we could do, instead, is we could opt to go to their stealing hand. And have a 3% chance to steal. Lovely. Turnips. How much is his hit? Oh yeah, it's not really based on it. But yeah, long story short, you can actually steal items from enemies, and it will basically reduce their stats. So if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, this is one instance where the thief, even though I will never use a thief on my main party, is really useful because you can do that if you're having an enemy that's giving you a lot of trouble. And actually, there's a map later on that I am going to utilize a thief because well, you'll see. There's a lot of things that I haven't told you about. Oh man. I forgot she already cast, and I had God Throw. That's effectively wasting my turns, but I don't care. Which one of you has more? Charles.
Ha!
Go ahead and Hurricane Slash this guy.
Here I come!
And that won't quite do enough to kill him, but that's okay, because he's the least of my worries right now.
I'll finish this!
But we got rid of the Manticore, so the rest of this map is pretty easy.
I'll finish this!
Same exact voice clip! Alright, so Etna went... Yeah, I guess we will take out... I'll use him next map. Actually, next map's gonna be a really good map for the Sample Man.
Yeah!
Go, Turnip! And I did get Gaia some levels, so yeah, Gaia's not completely underleveled! And I do kind of want to hold back on using the Sample Man a bit, because he's kind of like, basically my best unit, and I want to give... Everyone's gonna get a turn, it's all about sharing. Wow. Nice job, Gaia! I probably should have equipped the... whatever. Got a Bogus Spear and a Knight's Lance. It's all good. Alright, so I think because I took a little bit of time getting back to this, I'm gonna do another map. Because that sounds like fun. So let's go ahead and move right along to 3-3. No reason to do anything else right now because I don't need to. Let's go to the Flashy Passage. I almost said something else. The Flashy Passage. Let's just go. And interestingly, these cutscenes aren't voice acted either. This episode has the least amount of voice acting in it, and, huh. It does look a lot like Laharl, that's for sure. And there's Laharl harboring that hatred. You know what? That's a good question, Fawn. I was wondering that very thing, actually. What? What? Excuse me? The Overlord of the Netherworld died by choking on a pretzel. You know, I think out of this whole game, this is one of my favorite lines. Oh man, I forgot about that. I thought that was later. Nope, it's right there. I guess. But... yeah, I guess it was, Juan. Alright. Yeah, welcome to the Flashy Passage. You were laughing before and you're probably not laughing now because holy spam of freaking punching people. Sweet mother of God. Alright, this map. This map is Chaos Incarnate. Holy crap. Hey look, Sasuke. In this map, you have a ton of these. You are going to see so many team attacks, it's going to drive you nuts. Okay, first things first. We need to get some breathing room, and we're gonna do that with Gob. Gob is gonna cast Mega Fire, right? No, he's not. Because they're all random. Okay, I guess he is. Alright, this should be good. They're all level 4, but you have to be worried. But that's not what makes this map so challenging. You didn't kill one of them, Gob. Why? Oh man, I can't wait until I turn you into a Star Mage. That's not what you want to worry about, because even though they are low-leveled, they all have double slaps, and while their stats are very low, you have to consider combo damage. These enemies are going to surround you, and they're going to combo you, and they're also going to do it with team attacks as well. And it's not going to seem like it's going to be a big deal, but if you're not prepared for it, there's also some random high-leveled ones, as well as this random level 10 one here. So this is really a battle of attrition, and being able to take out as many units as you can, as fast as you can. I don't know why I sound worried, but it is kind of fun to sound that way. Alright, so, just use the best spells that you have with the best AoEs that you have to take out as many of them as you can on the first turn, because that's going to save you a lot of problems. And that's why having mages is really handy, because you will get stuff like this. Alright, so I need to take you out. I think actually I'm gonna go ahead and use Gaia to do that, and because Gaia is my lowest level and I am leveling her up currently, I'm gonna give her the Muscle Brawn, and we're gonna move her right next to you, and I'll take that now. Good. I don't know why I checked that experience, because I forgot I can't see. Now, I wonder if you have Wind Cutter by this point. Wind Cutter is an absolutely fantastic move to use in this map, just because of its line range, and if you take out this little area right here, you can actually just go ahead and use Wind Cutter right here. And you'll take out a whole line of those guys. Now, another thing to note is also right here. As you can see, these guys are also in a line. So if we were to take out Odin, and Odin does not have Wind Cutter. Why does Odin not have Wind Cutter? Oh, because I was dumb and didn't level up his weapon mastery. Anyway, I'll show it next turn if I can, but you can actually just Wind Cutter right here, and it'll take out this whole line of units right there. And it's really handy, because you're going to have to walk all the way around to get to these guys, unless you have range. And this is why it's always a good idea to have a nice combination of ranged units as well as melee units, just because that is really handy. I mean, that's strategy 101, but still, it should go without saying. And the reason that I also find the Sample Man to be a really useful unit for this map is precisely because he has such a high counter rate. Because if we move Sample Man over here, there's a more likely chance that they're going to gang up on him and attack him. But because of his high dodge rate, and because he has an incredibly high counter rate of 3, there's an incredibly likely chance that he's going to be able to one-shot most of these enemies, because I know for a fact that his basic attack can do enough damage to take them out in one hit. And that's really, really good. And that's why the Sample Man is still my best unit. I don't know why he's missing something here, because that's not right. I'm going to give him a pair of slippers that increase his speed by 9, because why the heck not? I didn't mean to do that either. Dang it. Actually, I can just do this. I might as well. Now he's got slippers, I can go ahead and take out Ripley. No, not Ripley. Alright, so I think we're actually in the good here. If you're not expecting this map can be really overwhelming. But, you know, I kind of expected it, so I'm not really overwhelmed by it. But we already took out most of the map in one turn. And that's the beauty of using AoE spells. And AoE stands for Area of Effect for you non-MMO-oriented people. I may be using those terms more often because I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV basically every single day. And I'm loving every minute of it. And wow, this is just the episode of Let's Beat Up Weaver, because that's exactly what we're all doing. Okay, and she's also... no. Well, she doesn't have enough for Asteroid Drop, which really sucks, but expected. She needs 4 experience to level up. So we're gonna use Impaler and move her out of the way. And I think what I'm gonna do... actually, you know what? Oh yeah, this person's gonna get taken out, so let's go ahead and move you here. And we can't move you there yet. We can't use any of those attacks. We're just gonna have you do a regular attack, because next I'm gonna use Blade Rush. And here, what are you weak to? You're weak to Ice. That's kind of irritating, because I'm already using someone else to attack you with that, so I think we're gonna use Mega Fire. No, we're not, because... ah, dang it. Actually, no, she's gonna... I can't risk that, because I know I'm having her use Impaler, but for some reason I'm really worried that Mega Fire will hit Weaver, and I really, really don't want to hit an ally and kill them. So... because I'm really worried that Lapis here is going to do a lot of damage, because Lapis has a Bushido Lance and a Muscle Hustle. Much less the fact that it's a rare. That's really bad RNG right there. Normally I'd say that's really good. It's not. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this pans out. I still think she says Mayu whenever she does that, and then it's gonna make a Fatal Frame too. Alright, but yeah, there's our high combo count. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Need you to counter each other more. Ooh, count of 4, count of 4. Oh my god, Sample Man, I love you so much. Oh yeah. Okay, so Gob can move back, because now we're gonna go ahead and cast Mega Heal on Weaver. One really good idea is that because this map is so small, you might want to consider at the very least clearing out enough to where you can make a wall here, so that way you can put your casters and such back here, so that way none of the fist users can get to the enemy. Because that way then, you know, your mages are going to take a beating in this map, especially because it doesn't matter that they have such low levels, they have a decent enough attack to do damage to your mages. And that's not good. So I guess we'll have O'Hara get the kill. I'm not really too concerned about it.
Here I come!
There we go. And Mahara, wait. Odin gained a level. Whoops. My bad, I can't read. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and have you get the Tri-Burst. That didn't do as much as I hoped it would, because you're weak to... wait, Tri-Burst is fire-based. Wow. How much defense do you have? Not much. That's weird. Oh well. I really need to work on you, Turnips. You need to work on... yeah, you're really kind of lacking in damage. Alright, so let's go ahead and move you over here, because we're gonna go ahead and... Actually, I think you know what? I just realized something else. Oh wow, I forgot about that tactic too. I've played this map a lot, if you can't tell, and I'm not sure why. Alright, let's go ahead and have you get the final kill. So if you don't actually have Wind Cutter, if I remember right, yeah, if you get right up here, you can actually just Blade Rush these guys. It's not as good as Wind Cutter because Wind Cutter does more damage, but if you're out of options, then... okay, first of all, Laharl has just enough range to hit this guy with Wind Cutter. That's kind of amusing.
I'll finish this!
Yeah, it didn't quite do nearly as much damage as I hoped it would. You know, like I expected it not to. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do here is I can probably actually do this. Here's an idea. I kinda wish I had Weaver using swords, but whatever, this'll work. I have too many sword users. We can actually just go ahead and throw Weaver over here and do a Sky Lunge. Because Weaver has an incredibly high amount of attack, thanks to her being what she is. There we go. And you have your Sasuke. Wow, Sasuke is the last Weaver alive. How appropriate. You haven't gone yet, have you? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a Slim and Etna, and we're gonna use a mini tower to get Gob some air. Why is Gob always the MVP of these maps? I'm not doing this on purpose, I promise. It just kind of works out that way, because Gob is like multi-purpose. He also needs to be reincarnated into more classes to get him more stuff. And there we go. And that'll do it for that map. Alright, and so, next time on Disgaea Hour of Darkness, we will go to the Lavish Hall, which is the final map of Chapter-sode. Lavish Hall is the final Okay. If I were a professional YouTuber, I would cut that part out, but I am not, and I am instead going to leave it in because that's hilarious. In the next episode of Disgaea Hour of Darkness, we're going to go to Lavish Hall, which is the final stage in this Chapter-sode of 3. That's not good English either. Damn it! I can't say it! Oh my god, I love this game so much. I love it so much I'm tripping up on my words because I don't want to stop recording, but I have to because now the video is getting long and here I am wasting more time. And this has been Prince Haruka, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. I think my neighbors probably hate me by this point if they can hear me. Oh well, it was worth it.